We are told at the beginning of the story that this is the world where elements of virtual games have merged with reality, and many new professions have evolved, and people keep changing their profession to gain more powerful abilities. Along with powerful ability, there are countless ruins, dungeons, and many monsters here. In return, people can get experience points, materials, and even equipment to power themselves up by hunting monsters, and it is told, no matter how terrible the monsters are, but they are nothing compared to dragons, a mysterious and rare deity. Then we are shown a scene, which belongs to the third school of Dragon Kingdom. The next scene is shown in the classroom where the teacher slaps that board with full force and says that today's profession awakening ceremony will not only affect your ability to pass the university entrance exam, but it will also affect your future success. On hearing this, some students started talking among themselves. While they were still talking, they again heard the teacher's voice, telling the students the result of the awakening of the profession, randomly determined, but everyone must believe in themselves, and as long as you have determination, each of you can awaken a combative profession. Then the scene shifts and we are shown our main character, who thinks in his mind and says, finally the day has come. Then we were told about the main character, whose name is Lu Fan, who had transmigrated to this world 3 years ago from a place called Blue Planet. And our main character tells us that he has understood this world very well in these 3 years, and says there are many types of professions in this world which can be divided into 3 categories. Number 1 is a top-class combative profession, which includes warrior, magician, and archer. These people use their powerful abilities, explore new worlds, and earn generous rewards. This profession is considered the most coveted. The profession which comes on second number, they are called reinforcing professionals. This includes people like enchanter, alchemists who create special items with powerful effects. Material costs a lot to purchase. It is generally not possible to produce any good reinforcing professionals without the support of a large family. Lastly, at the bottom of the pyramid are chefs, herbalists, miners. They are reinforcing professionals. These professions are the future of more and more people. These people are who work hard and make efforts to earn money. Our main character finally tells us that his aunt is a chef. She works hard every day in her small steamed bun shop so that she can support Lu Fan's education. Then Lu Fan thinks in his mind and says that if I want to improve myself and my life, then I will have to get a combative profession. Then scene change, and we are shown that the teacher has received a call from someone, and the teacher is saying, "Yes, I understand." After talking on the phone, the teacher shouts happily to the student and says, "Students, I just got news that awakening platform is ready. The awakening ceremony is about to start." On hearing this, everyone in the class starts cheering, and some students start running in joy. Finally, the time has come for him to awaken his profession, but our main character remains sitting in shock. Then the teacher comes to our main character and says, "Lu Fan, what happened to you? You are the top student of our section. You do not need to panic." Then we come to know the reason for the main character's shock, that a system window is open in front of him, but our main character is wondering what this is. Then the sound comes again. Teacher hits the table and says, "Lu Fan, are you even listening to me?" Suddenly the main character comes to his senses after hearing a sound, but he sees the teacher standing in front of him angrily. Then the main character runs and says, "Sorry, sir, I am leaving." Our main character, while running, thinks that finally the system has arrived. How can a transmigrate exist without the system? Then the stairs appear in front of the main character, and the main character jumps from there and comes down to the ground and says how to use the system. We will see that later. Now the awakening ceremony is the most important. Then we are shown the awakening ceremony hall. The awakening platform is made up of purple-colored awakening crystal, which is placed between 2 people standing on stage. There is a lot of noise in the awakening ceremony hall. Then one man shouts and asks all the students to calm down. Then the scene shifts to the main character, who is moving through the students, and some students are talking among themselves, and one of those students says how great it would be if I could get a combative profession. Many people will admire me. Then another student makes fun of him and says, "Dude, you keep sleeping the whole day in class. Combative profession is very rare. How can you get that? Rather, I will pray to my ancestors that I will get a subsistence profession." And again we are shown the scene of the platform where those 2 people were standing. Then we come to know that one of them is the Grandmaster. Then the Grandmaster started telling the students that profession awakening ceremony is about to begin, and he pointed to a priest who will be hosting this year's awakening ceremony. The scene shifts to Lu Fan, who is standing behind some students, and he is thinking. This priest belongs to a combative profession whose aura is truly different. Then the student standing in front of Lu Fan says, "What a powerful aura I wish. May I also be able to awaken a similar presence?" Then Lu Fan gets a notification on the system, on which it was written that you have got a new skill, Eye of a Prey. Seeing this notification, he uses the skill on the priest, due to which all the information of the priest appears on the screen in front of him, in which his profession is written, which is priest, and his level is 29. It is written about his skill, which is profession awakening, and lastly his net worth is written, which is 5 million dragon coins. But he gets shocked after seeing the net worth. The Lu Fan had just gone into shock when the Grandmaster asks everyone to calm down. It is said that whoever's name is called should come on the platform. On the other hand, Lu Fan is thinking that even if his aunt sells buns her whole life, he will not be able to earn so many coins. Then the first student is called on the stage, which is Zhang Tao. Students start cheering after hearing the name Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao is the top student of our class. Then the scene shift where the priest uses his aura and Gang Tao, then places his hand on the awakening crystal. As soon as you hold it, a firewall is generated. Seeing the firewall, students started saying that he is definitely a pyromancer. And some people are saying that after all he has taken up a combative profession, he is indeed an amazing person. His future is very bright. And then we are shown Zhang Tao, who has a firewall in his hand, who is smiling, looking at the firewall. Then we are shown Lu Fan, who is thinking in his mind that if I too can pursue a combative profession like Zhang Tao, all his stress will go away. Then the scene changes to show the Grand Master, who enters and tells everyone to remain calm and calls the next student on the stage, and many students come on the stage. So some gets herbalist profession, and some gets tailor profession. So someone gets a minor profession. The scene changes again, and is shown to the Lu Fan, which says, "It is quite rare to pursue a combative profession. The majority of students have pursued a subsistence profession." Lu Fan thinks that his family is already struggling, but whenever he has got a reinforcing professionals, for which a lot of coins are charged. Then a girl named Lai Ping is crying with her hand on her mouth, and her friend is comforting her. Just then Lu Fan hears the boys again, who says it would have been better if she had taken up a subsistence profession. After all, she would have acquired some special skills. The Lu Fan's name is announced, hearing which Lu Fan starts going on stage. Seeing Lu Fan, girls start saying that the boy is also handsome. Then the scene changes and we are shown Lu Fan standing in front of awakening crystal, who is getting very nervous. Then the priest uses his sizzle and Lu places his hand awakening crystal. Just as when he places his hand on the crystal, everyone sees an eye above them and an earthquake starts coming. Then a dragon was seen flying in the air, seeing which the students were asking whether Lu Fan had summoned a dragon, and everyone else stands in shock, because the presence of that dragon was such that it cannot be explained. And then some people start saying that Lu Fan has awakened a hidden profession, and some students start asking whether hidden profession is real. Then a female teacher says to Lu Fan's class teacher, "Well done. After all, someone from your section has awakened a hidden profession, and this is the first time in our school that someone has awakened a hidden profession." And then the teacher says, after all, he has awakened the most powerful hidden profession, Dragon Blood Warrior. No one has done this in 10 years. That is why the female teacher says he will definitely be counted among the top tier experts. Then does the scene shift to dragon, and we are shown the dragon roaring on the Lu Fan. But just after the dragon roars, there is an explosion and the dragon disappears. Just then the Grandmaster comes running to the Lu Fan and asks, "Tell us which profession you have awakened? Is it a Dragon Blood Warrior?" Then Lu Fan grits his teeth and says, "I have awakened a dragon tamer profession." Everyone gets shocked after hearing this. Then the Grandmaster shouts angrily and says, "How can this be possible that dragon tamer is the most worthless profession in the world?"